Dear students, today we are going to study atomic mass. Okay, so here atomic mass, what does this atomic mass means? Means mass of an atom. Atom is very small. In the last video you have seen it, that its size is too small. Okay, so we can't compare it in grams and kilograms, which we generally calculate it by grams and kilograms. Okay, we compare we calculate this atomic mass by using what? Atomic mass unit, because that atom is very small. So what is one atomic mass unit? One atomic mass unit is a mass unit equal to exactly 1/12 the mass of one atom of carbon 12. Okay, so what does this mean? Actually here this mass is compared with 1/12 of carbon 12. Here carbon 12 has been taken, okay, for making the study of what, or taking out the what, atomic mass. Why? Because this carbon is found abundant in nature, and yes, when we do it, we get a whole number, we doesn't get in a fraction form, okay, and as the result, this is taken into consideration. Initially, hydrogen and oxygen was taken in, first hydrogen and then oxygen was taken into consideration for calculating this, but it was later on discarded because this hydrogen is the smallest element, and the value which we were getting was in a fraction form, okay, and it was bit more than 1, okay, and oxygen also had the same problem. So these two were discarded because they were giving the errors, okay. So carbon 12 was taken into consideration. Carbon has other isotopes also, carbon 16 and carbon 14, okay, but this is found in abundance and it is totally appropriate for taking out what? The atomic mass, as it gives the whole number value of 1, okay, and is found abundant in nature. Okay, so here if we are calculating, suppose we are calculating atomic mass of helium. Okay, so what is the mass number of helium? It is 4, so 4 into 1/12 upon into 12, what happened? This gets cancelled up, you get what? 4 atomic mass unit, okay, of helium. So here we are seeing what? This atomic mass is not an absolute term. It is a relative term, because it is what? Compared, or it is equal to 1/12 of carbon 12 we are seeing. So it is a relative term, so it is also known as relative atomic mass. Okay, sometimes what happens, we get the mass in a fractional form, and that is known as what? Fractional atomic mass, and that we take out in case of what? Isotopes. Okay, so I'm saying you this atomic mass is what? A relative term. Okay, relative, it means comparable. In NCERT the example of watermelon is given. Okay, it is said that one piece has been cut out and then equal pieces are cut out, so that they can be compared, that yes, that is only equal to the piece which has been taken out, and as the result, and all are identical in nature. So here you are seeing that that piece is being what? Compared with the other pieces also to make it what? Equal. So this is a relative term. We relate it with what? 1/12 of carbon 12. Okay. Now how do atoms exist? Okay. So atoms, when we are talking about atoms, they are electrically neutral. Okay. The positive charge is equal to the negative charge, so they are electrically neutral. Okay. But these atoms, do you think they can exist? Okay. Singly? No. They exist in the form of what? Molecules and ions. Okay. So when we are studying about molecules, molecules are also electrically neutral. Okay, so these molecules also exist in the form of molecule of element and molecule of compound. When we talk about molecule of any element like neon, argon, okay, molecule of compound like H2O, CO2, okay. So and when next is what? The ions. Ions are what? They are electrically charged, okay, and whenever they will be forming what? Ionic compound like NaCl, that is sodium chloride. Okay, so now we are going to study step by step. So by now we have studied about how small an atom is, okay, whether it can exist singly or not, okay, and what is its mass. And now we are going to study in detail, okay, whether it can exist in the independent form or not. So atoms very small in size cannot exist independently, okay. They exist in the form of what? Molecule. First I said to you, okay. So let us study first molecule, okay. So what is this molecule actually? Here group of two or more atoms are chemically bonded together. It means what? Here one atom doesn't exist. It must be two or it must be more than two, okay. And these atoms can be of same element or can be of different elements, okay. And they are chemically bonded. Actually a bond is formed between them and it makes them stable. Their energy is becoming less after bond formation and thereby becoming stable. So formation of molecule takes place and this atom exists in the form of what? Molecule. So here molecules, when it is forming the molecules, it can be molecules of elements or it can be molecules of compound. When we are saying about molecules of element, it can be like example written here, argon, helium, oxygen, ozone, okay. These are all molecules of elements, okay. So here, but let us study about atomicity. Here you can see what? O2, O3. Here you can see two atoms of oxygen has combined together. Here three atoms of oxygen has combined together, okay, to form ozone, and two have combined together to form O2, okay. So here a term comes, which term comes? Atomicity. Actually atomicity is the number of atoms which are involved in formation of that molecule, okay. But if I say Na, it is what? Okay, nothing is, only one atom of sodium is here, so we will say it as what? Monoatomic. Like that, if I will say of O2, it will be what? Diatomic, okay. If I say of O3, it is what? Triatomic, okay. So atomicity of this O2 is, it is how many? 2, so it is diatomic. O3, it is triatomic because 3 is present, okay. If I say S8, okay, so you can write here what? Polyatomic, okay. So more than 3 you can write polyatomic in nature, okay. Now molecules of compound, okay. So molecules, what is a compound? I said to you, when elements, okay, react together in a fixed proportion to form any new substance is what? A compound. Here water, you can see here in water you have seen what? Hydrogen and oxygen has reacted in the ratio what? 1:8 and we got what? H2O, okay. Likewise carbon dioxide, what is present? Carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen, they have reacted together in the ratio of mass form a 3:8 to get what? CO2. So these are all what? Molecules of a compound. So next, atom exists in the form of ions, okay. So ions are what? They are what? Charged in nature, okay. What charged? Positively or negatively charged, okay. Particles are known as what? Ions. Like if it is negatively charged, it is called anion. If it is positively charged, it is called a cation, okay. Like in case of NaCl, okay, it is positively 1 unit positive charge is there, so it is called a cation. Chlorine is having 1 unit negative charge, so it is called an anion, okay. So ionic compounds, if I say example is of magnesium sulfide over given over here, you can take the example of sodium chloride also, okay. So let us see this, okay. Magnesium sulfide, if we are seeing, okay. So magnesium sulfide, here you will be seeing what? Magnesium and sulfur combines together to form what? Magnesium sulfide, okay. So magnesium sulfide, here you can see it is present in the ratio of 3 what? 4 by mass, okay. So magnesium sulfide, how we will be writing magnesium sulfide? It is Mg(S), okay. So here it is present by mass, it is present into 3 4. Okay, here this is a ionic compound because here this will acquire a plus 2 positive charge and this will acquire a minus 2 negative charge after the chemical bond formation. Here also that only happens in sodium chloride. It is Na and Cl. Okay, and they will be forming what? NaCl. Okay, this having 1 unit positive charge, this having 1 unit negative charge. Okay, so here it acts as what? A cation, and chlorine acts as an anion. Here magnesium acts as a cation and sulfur acts as a anion. So today we have studied how atoms exist. It exists in the form of molecules and ions. Okay, and so this is all for today. Good day, take care.